What's happening, folks? What's going on? What's going on? And what is going on? It's a Friday. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. For some people, I'm sure they sit back and they go, thank God it's Friday. People like me, it's just a Friday. Just a Friday. Where do we even want to begin tonight? That's the thing, man. It's just I got so much, and I got to get this done in an hour and 10 minutes. And I've been going over lately, and I know I know. Try to keep these things to an hour, because people always sit there and go, well, people only got their attention span only lasts for so long. What's happening, Alan? Education, what's happening, my friend? What's going on with you, man? What's going on? So I go to this. Let's go this route, because I can lead into that with this. All right. So on yesterday, I get sent this. Was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. So Wednesday, I get sent this video. And it's a video of, and I don't know if everybody have seen this video. If you haven't, please go to my page and watch it. Talking about something that's going to literally piss you off. I mean, if this video don't piss you off to your core, something's wrong with you. If this video don't make you say to yourself, enough is enough, something is wrong with you. The video is of this autistic young lady that these low down. See, here is where, hold on. Because I want people to understand what I'm saying. Because a lot of times, so what I need you to do tonight, take the hats off. No. Because you need to understand what I'm about to say. Because if you are one of those people that believes that the police can do whatever they want to anybody, I need you to block me tonight. No, I'm being dead serious. I don't want your ass anywhere near me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want you commenting on my page at all. I know I'm being dead serious right now, what I'm about to say. So I need people who are serious about doing things to make things better. That's what I need. I don't need you bow-legged, people that only thing you see is just ugly. I don't need that tonight. I'm not even dealing with you tonight. So this video, they sent to me this video, and they go, have you seen this? And I'm watching the video, and I'm like, no, I have not seen this. But the video is of this young lady who the system, this is what I've been telling you guys about. This is what, I tell you, man, I'm all over on this one. Because the system, this is what I always have told you, how bad the system is. And because y'all know that system is bad, but you think that system protects you, and it doesn't. This is what I keep trying to make you guys understand. The same damn system that I sit here and complain about is a system that you want to keep in place. But you know what it does? It hurts It hurts people downstream from you. You may be up here living the high life, but there are people that's down here that this very system is hurting. Case in point, this young lady. These police people who were in there kicking this young lady out did not have the mindset of saying something's wrong here. We cannot kick her out. There's no way in the world I would have walked in that lady's place with a badge and a gun on my side and kicked her out. You cannot. There's nobody. There's nothing you can say to me. There's nothing you can say to me to make me believe that those cops shouldn't have a heart. I don't care. I don't care what the judge says. I don't care what piece of paper you have in your hand. When she opened that door and you knew you was there to be a filthy coward, you're not going to make me believe that you should have done that. There's no one on this here app that's going to make me believe that they should have kicked that young lady out. They should have made her leave that apartment. You cannot make me believe that. You cannot. I don't care what you say. You can kiss my ass. I don't give a damn if tonight is the last night that I look on my thing and I got any followers. Let it be. Let it be. But if you can look at that video and sit there and take up for what those cops did, you are pathetic. If you were one of those who backed the blue no matter, you are pathetic. Period, point blank. I have no words. I have no words for you other than get the hell off my platform. Those are the words that I got for you. And I mean every word I'm saying tonight. So I put out a 911 saying, find her right now. We need to find her. We need to find this young lady and find out what the hell's going on. And why the system did what it did to her. Now, if you've watched that video and you listen to and I'm not going to get on the AJ investigation, AJ, whatever his name is. I'm not gonna go that deep, but I'm gonna say this here. In the video, they're talking about that this young lady was on. Here's what. Hold on. You know what? I should have. What I should have done is I should have played this in my head first before it came out. Therefore, I can be more PC about what I'm saying here. Because a couple of things almost slipped there for a second. That's what I should have done. I should have played this out. I should have talked to myself about it before I talked to you guys. But there's a part in that video where whomever doing the reporting on this video literally says that this girl had been on the streets for a couple of months. She had been homeless in her car, in her tent. This autistic female who needed help. That's what this whole thing. And they actually reported that they followed her around while instead of putting this out right away so we can get her some type of help, these low down, boy, I should have thought of this before I came on here and talked to y'all, because boy, there's some things I just want to say so bad tonight. Y'all just don't even, you don't understand. You don't get it. So I'm watching this video and I'm sitting here going, you know what? We got to get something done. Dude, Thursday morning, I got up, was feeling like crap. I've been feeling like crap for the past couple of mornings. I didn't care, man. It didn't matter to me. I got up. I did my routine as close as possible that I could. I had to take breaks in between, but I got myself downtown, and I went to Harbor Lights. I went to the industrial business area. I went to the bus station. I went to three homeless camps. I went to the one all the way over in St. Paul, looking for this girl. I was like, I'm finding her. This is not going to happen on my damn watch. And you guys are flat out awesome. I'm just gonna say that, because the next thing I know, I'm getting messages, DMs. Rev, we found her. She's on Instagram. I don't have Instagram, so I couldn't reach out to her. But you guys did. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much. And the reporter hit us back up also and was like, hey, she's in a shelter. A church took her in, right? And they don't know how long she's gonna be able to be there, blah, blah, blah. She don't need anything right now. This is what they were saying. So I went to the Republican debate last night. Funny part about that is because they could not. No, listen. True story. They even told the story there. Because they couldn't have the debate in Minneapolis. They got as close to Minneapolis as they possibly could. It was at this high end. It was at this high end golf course, literally right on the 4 steps over. You're in Minneapolis. 4 steps the other way, you're in St. Paul. So they ended up having to have it there. But while I was there, I did talk to Representative Christy Robinson. And I also talked to Lisa DeMoth about this young lady. And I told Christy Robinson, y'all cannot let this go. This isn't a situation where we're just going to go, okay, she's okay. This isn't a situation where you're going to arrest a Somali dude who stole the money that should have been paying her damn rent. Somebody else needs to fall for this. This is what people, just like we went out as a unit to find her. Thank you guys so much for everybody who's like, I'm on it, Rev. Let's get it done. For everybody who said, if you find her, Rev, let me know. I've got you. I got your back. For all you people who said that to me, I thank you so much. But the work is not done. Listen to me. The work is not done. This is what they want. This is what they think. The only thing they have to do is put her in a place, and we're going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up, because somebody, for every hour, for every second, for every minute, she had to sleep in her car. She had to sleep in her tent. Somebody got to pay for this, man. This is what I'm telling you all. This is what I've been talking about. We cannot let these people just stand on us and we do nothing. We say nothing. We just go back into our little holes, because that's what they want us to do. They want us to keep hating each other. They want us to keep fighting each other so they can do crap like that. There is nothing you can say to me that's going to make me believe that somebody shouldn't have to answer for that. I don't care who. Look, I'm not doing this Republican Democrat crap tonight. I don't care who it is. Somebody. I'm not letting this go. Now, if you want to be weak, Fine. I don't need your ass anyway. Go somewhere else. Go do something else with your time. You're the problem. But we can't let this go. Somebody has to answer for this one. I don't care. You know what? I don't care about anything else right now. I don't. I want somebody's head on a platter. For this one. But this young lady slept out in the cold, walking around. And you can tell, if you watch the video, you can tell when she's sitting there going, well, bye-bye house, bye-bye house. I'm sitting here going, man, if you are one of them people that has zero compassion for anything, so I'm at the debate last night, right? Because I mainly wanted to go there and because I was hoping they asked questions. They gave us an opportunity to ask questions because I had a question for Lisa and Kendall. I had a question for all of them, but that question was for Kendall and Lisa. So again, I did talk to Kristen Robinson. Kristen Robinson says she's on it. She's gonna make sure that this young lady is taken care of. She spoke with the journalist that did the story on this here, and the journalist gave her more information than he gave me. He just told me that she was okay. He told me she was in a church shelter, and she didn't need anything right now, and they're going to be looking for a place. But Kristen Robinson said that she said that she was going to make sure that this young lady had a place. That this young lady, and then I told Lisa Demoth, I asked Lisa about it. Lisa said she had never seen the video. I told her I was going to send it to her. I sent her the video. So we'll see what Lisa does with this video. And I will ask her the next time I see her, because I plan on going to a couple of more of these here boring-ass debates. So, the one question that they all got an F from me is when Jack Tomczak was the MC of the night. He did a good job. I gotta do that. But they asked him, they asked a bunch of questions, right? And they gave politician answers. Literally. Most of everything you heard was like politics, politician. There was nobody there, I thought. Just my 2 cents, that actually gave an answer that made me, even though people was clapping for all of this here crap that they were saying, but they was clapping because it was answers you hear every day. I wanted to hear something new. I wanted somebody to make my ears perk up to where I was going to go, wow, now there we go. That's what we're talking about. Somebody. None of them did it. What's her name? Peggy, who I didn't even know was running. She did a pretty good job. She was a teacher, but I think she did a really, really good job on some of the questions. But the rest of them, they are politicians to the core. And even Brad, even though I know him, when he get around that group, I think Brad drops into that, I gotta be a politician. And that's just not Brad. I'm sitting there last night looking at Brad going, who in the hell is this dude? That's That's not the dude that I've sat and ate pizza with. Been over to his house to have raviolis, and that's not him. He's been a politician right now. That's the problem. That's the whole damn problem. We don't need politicians right now. We need people who understand the everyday common man. I need somebody who sits there and says, I went to the store. I saw the price of milk. I'm upset and I understand you. Don't give me the normal politician crap. I don't want that anymore. We've done that and we've gotten in trouble for that. But that's what they did last night. That's pretty much what it comes down to be. Y'all saw it. I videotaped it for you. And then I thought it was pretty funny, or it's because I was in the room. I don't know. But they actually, because I haven't seen it in it, because I've been watching video of other debates that they have been having, and I have never heard them ask the question, how do you deal with the inner city? Never heard that question, but they did last night. I don't know, maybe because they was close to the inner city. And some of the people who were there last night are your white independents, but they're Republicans from Minneapolis. A lot of them who were independents, but they're Republicans, were from Minneapolis, right? And because the lady who put this on, Diane Holster, if you don't know who she is, her husband's a little short dude with round glass. You know who Sean Holster is? Yeah, that one. Anyway, she put this on. But the question that was asked on last night is one that will always stump the Republican Party. You know why? Because they never listen. And somebody said that last night. Somebody said they asked them. They asked them that question. And the first thing he said, listen. And I think he got that probably from, I don't know, some website, because he gave the right answer and then he went off into politics speak. And the rest of them never came close to understanding the question or answering the question. You know why? The very reason why they had to have the very reason they had to have the debate in the place that they had the debate, right? The very reason why they had to have the debate in the very place they have debate, because they can't go into Hennepin County because they don't understand how to go into Hennepin County. It doesn't matter that people have told them how to do this. They just don't listen. Here's the deal, right? One of the things Republicans believe that if you come be in their space, you have to be them. You have to be like them. You have to think like them. You have to act like them. The problem is you're not going to get black folks. You're not going to get brown folks to buy into that. You probably get some. You probably get a Eric Lazaro, who is a Hispanic, who swears up and down he's as white as the next white guy. That's what the Republican Party wants. The Republican Party wants you to be like a Walter Hudson. You want to be black? You got to be in the Republican Party. You have to be Walter Hudson. You have to be a Lisa Dumas. You have to be a Kendall Qualls. If the Republican Party would just say, you know what, here is what we're going to do. We're going to denounce racism all across the board. If our leader, the God that they serve now puts out a racist video about the Obamas or anybody else black, we're going to denounce that right before it even gets started. It's not even going to get any legs. That's what the Republican Party has to do. Is say we will no longer let a Laura Loomer say the things that she says. We would no longer have a Dusty Grange saying the things that he say. We would no longer have a John Justice saying the things that they say. They have to denounce those people. They have to denounce those people. We wouldn't expect Walter Hudson to apologize and find ways to say that there is no racism. We're not going to let Walter Hudson do crap like that anymore in order for Walter Hudson to stay in the Republican Party. We're not going to have A.K. Kamara on radio shows talking about black folks when he knows nothing about the black community or the black culture. That's what they have to do. You have to hold on. Republicans need to understand, you got to let black folks be black folks. Period. And that's the problem. And that's the problem you don't understand. I know you sit there and go, oh, black folks always will be voting for. You know why? No matter what you say about the Democrats, no matter how you put it, how you think, you know what the Democrats don't do? They don't expect us to give up our blackness and who we are. They don't expect us to kick our culture to the curb so we can come over there and try to act and try our best to talk and be like you. They don't expect that. And that's the part that Republicans don't understand. You want us, you got to take us as we are. You want me to carry your buckets and push water for you and call out and say this person is this? That's fine. I can do that. But here's the deal. I'm not changing. I'm not going to assimilate to no damn body. It just will never happen. No. No, it will never. I will never, ever. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Now, they're about to have a certain situation. They're about to have they're supposed to be having some type of town hall for the Democrats. I'm going to that too. And that's why I keep trying to make everybody understand when it comes to me, I've got an open window. I'm not just about Democrats and I'm not just about Republicans. I may find somebody on the Republican side that I like. I will vote for that person. I may find somebody on the Democrat side that I like. I will vote for that person. I'm not a party person. I'm just not. I like candidates. I like people. Now, if you are a party person, good. I'm not trying to piss on your parade at all. But don't come on my page expecting me to be one. If I go to a Republican, get up, and I got Democrats going, oh, I knew you, Rev. I knew you was one of them. I knew you was going to matter. What? If I go to a Democrat one, I don't want to hear Republicans going, oh, I knew you was a liberal. I knew you this, and I knew you that. What? I don't vote party. I just don't. And I won't ever again. Because neither party, like I said, we need to find an independent. And y'all don't want to hear that because you're so wrapped up in the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. We need to find somebody with an independent mind because that's the only way we're going to get out of this. Because we're not going to get out. Because here's what's going to happen. Coming up this election, right? And we all know it. I mean, I know what the Democrats, I know what the Republicans here say, and just like last night, the crap they was talking. The Republicans think in any way, shape, or form that they're going to turn Minnesota red and all this here. They're out, especially this coming up election. They're out their mind. The Republicans have screwed up so bad, and I don't think you guys really understand what I'm talking about. You got a coalition of people now going against the Republicans, old white people. That's who we're going to be voting against. That's who the vote will be against. Old white, just like that room last night. Ain't nothing was in there but old white people. Old white people. And I could tell by I could tell by everything that was going on last night that I got to get back with Don. Tell Don Allen, yes, I'm going to. Oh, wait a minute. I got to wait and see first, dude. I got to wait and see first. I got to wait and see if somebody's going to be on his show or not. Because if that person is going to be on his show, I'm not doing it. Not for a while. Not until we have a sit down. I don't want Don to have to pick between. I don't want Don to have to go through what I know he would go through. Oh, here he is. I'll hit him up on this back channel. Let him know. I don't want Don to have to go through what I know he would go through if he chose me to be on his show, because I'm not doing his show with a certain person. Look. The one thing I can guarantee you that you won't find nobody that's going to say something bad about me and my character. No. I know. I sit there and you say, wow, that's a huge. No. I'm being totally honest with you. But the people who serious, watch this. True story. But the people who will say something bad about me and my character are the very people I said no to. So my wife and I before I got sick, my wife and I had our foundation, right? And here's the thing about having a foundation is when people find out that you got money in that foundation. And when you say no to somebody, they get ugly. I'm not kidding. The reason we stopped taking in cash money is because people were being very mean and very ugly to us. That's why we start just taking in shirts, underwear, socks, shoes, material. No cash, man. Don't send me cash. Because I don't want none. And here's the funny part about this whole thing, people. And I'm not kidding when I say this. The very people who swear up and down that they're out here in the community helping and doing all of this are the very people I was paying their damn rent. I was giving them gas money. I was giving them money for food. And here they are out here talking about saving the community. And they couldn't even save themselves. True story, man. True story. And I got to the point where I was like, that's not what this is for. And I started saying no. And the very people I started saying no to was the very people who was going around slandering my name, calling me this and calling me that. And I'm sitting there going, dude, I paid your damn rent 2 months in a row. And the first time I say no, here you are out here with my name in your mouth like that? Are you got to be That's why the wife and I, we cut it out. Seriously, we cut it out. No, do not. Listen, if you got shirts, you got underwear, you got stuff like you got hand warmers, you got gloves, you got socks, you got water, all of that, let me know. But do not call me talking about, Rev, I've got money that I want to get. We have said no, no, and no. 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 Because the minute these people find out that I helped somebody, I had a person who played me. Well, they thought they was playing me. And this person decided to do everything they possibly can do to be my friend. And then I found out that this person who was trying to be my friend was friends to three other people that I had helped out and got them over the hump for a month. So instead of this person just coming up going, yo, I'm bad right now, can you help me out a little bit? No, this person tries to come in and be my friend. Nah, man. You ain't getting me like that. You're not getting me caught up. Just not going to do it. James said, foundation work is hard when dealing with giving out grants. It wasn't even, kind of giving out grants. It was giving money to them so they can, feed themselves and, stay in places and things of that sort. And like I said, then I had to tell people no. I mean, how many times you supposed to pick somebody up? How many times are you supposed to do this here to the same damn people? And then you say no, and then they treat you like dog crap that they're trying to get off their shoe. And if you ain't done nothing but being nice to these people. So, yeah, man, I was like, we're not. My wife said point blank, we're not doing money anymore. Here's the things we need. Here's the things we would like for you to get for us, and then go that route. And plus, I got tired of going to, I could never get tired of going to Costco. I loved going to Costco. But it just got too much, man. And like I said, if it wasn't for those people that I helped, and then when I said no to them, if it wasn't for those people who wanted to slander my name and put me out there like I did them wrong, then we probably would be still doing what we was doing. But man, that was just too much. That's just too much, man. I was like, no, we're not going to have that at all. But let's look at something, because it's just funny to me how hard it is for people to believe, again, the truth. So let me take you back, because I know some people forgot. Let me take you back to when Donald Trump said that he was coming to Minnesota. Not only was he even gave us a spot he was going to. He said Minneapolis. That's what he said. And he said he was coming in here to get the Somalis and the Somali fraud. That's what he promised. I'm old enough to remember when he said that while he was calling them garbage. And then they came here and they start going through the Somali community. They did. You didn't see all of this here brouhaha going on. You didn't at all. They came here, and the police didn't do anything. Community didn't do anything, and everybody's like, get them. We're cool with that. There was fraud here, and if you know the people that was committing the fraud, we want you to get them, and we want them out of this state. Everybody was on board. Everybody was on board because nobody said nothing while ICE was running through Little Mogadishu, while ICE was going all up and down Cedar. Nobody. It was almost, like I said, it reminds me of Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick took that knee. Nobody, I mean, before he took the knee, while he was speaking in the mic and while he was sitting down, nobody said a word. But, oh, boy, he took that knee, and Fox News told y'all to be mad. And then when Kristi Noem, who was here first, totally screwed up. Totally. Y'all can say what you want. She screwed up. But when Kristi Noem was here, that's where everything went downhill. Because they realized that, oh, my God, we should have looked into this because a lot of these Somalians are Americans. There's only probably about 250. And they were old and elderly that are not American citizens here in Minnesota now. And that's the wall that the Trump administration ran up against. It is, people. That's exactly what happened. They went over to Somali Mall, tried to get people out of there. They just could not do it. You cannot deport American citizens. And then that's when you start hearing, oh, well, we're going to deneutralize them. They realize they can't do that either. Then all of a sudden, nobody knows why. This whole thing took a turn for the worse. Without any notification, without anybody saying anything, they started snatching. Listen to me. And I know people saying, they go, well, the police should have worked. Y'all, for the people who sit behind your computer and don't want to know anything but the little echo chamber that you live in, let me be the one that tells you this. Someone who's been out there, who have talked to people. I have talked to people. I've talked to families of people who have been snatched. So when I talk to you, I'm not talking from behind the keyboard. I'm out there. I've delivered groceries to people who part of the reasons why I went to deliver groceries to help is because the brown people are afraid of the white people. So they came and got the black people, and this is what I'm gonna be talking about this on Don Allen's show on Saturday. What y'all are not seeing, there's a lot of black churches right now who are helping raise money to pay rent, who are helping raise money to pay utility bills, who are helping deliver groceries to these people who are afraid to ask. So when it's all said and done, people are going to sit there and go, well, black folks ain't done nothing. That's a lie. No. Let me tell you right now. The reason with black folks out of this, not being out there marching, do you know how many lives that have saved? Because that was the whole goal, right? Especially when they took their butts over there to North Minneapolis and they lied about that cop shooting that guy in the leg. They lied about that, and they admitted, hold on, before some of you staunch Trump wannabes want to sit here and say, what? Look it up yourself. They admitted that they lied about what they said about what went down in North Minneapolis. Not only that, again, in North Minneapolis, all of a sudden, they left 2 cars with guns in those cars. They done everything they possibly could do to get black people out in those streets. But see, black folks were smart this time. We saw through the game. And with black people not out there, they did shoot 2. But can you imagine if black folks was out there in the streets with they would have been beating our ass. They would have. And y'all know that as well as I do. So by us going, we can help, but we're going to stay in the background. And that's what we did. That's why you didn't see black folks out there, because black folks were in the background. We were delivering groceries, helping people was taken up during church service. That extra basket that went around in a lot of black churches, and people was dropping $10 and $15, $20 in there. That money went to these here people who need help. So black folks did their job. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, and they stayed exactly where they were supposed to stay. So yeah, we helped. Not in the way that you saw it, but in a way that needed help in the background. They needed people. They needed black women out there putting food in boxes. I give a shout out to all those black women that I saw at them churches getting their food prepared to go out to these people. I give a shout out to all the black churches who took up an extra basket to help these people pay for their groceries, help these people pay for their rent, for their light bill, for their water bill, garbage, and things of that sort. So they could never run around here saying black folks didn't do anything. We did. We did. But all of that had to happen because all of a sudden the Trump administration turned from the Somali community, which that's what he said he was coming here for, correct? To the Latino community. To the point where you've got cops in Indian Grove Heights. You got cops in St. Paul. You got cops in Minneapolis literally saying that they're driving up on vehicles that are sitting in the road still running. You know why? Because ICE have grabbed those people. There's no warrants. There's nothing. It's pull in front of them, grab them, take them. How is that lawful? That's what I'm trying to make me understand. How is that lawful? I run your tags, realize you're Hispanic, and I'm going to take you off the road? And another thing that they're not telling you, and they've got video of this here, that when they're taking some of these people to the Wiffle building, they get them down there and they go, oh, wrong person. Oh, we can't take you. They boot them out the door. They boot them out the door. Thank God for those people in those orange and yellow vests that's down there waiting for ICE to release these people. And thank God for the people who are waiting so they can drive these people back home. That is what's happening. That is what's happening. That's why white folks woke up. That's why there's been protests, thousands and thousands of people. Now, had ICE come here and did exactly what they said they was going to do, there wouldn't have been a problem. But that's not what happened, people. It did not. It didn't. You can sit there and go, whoa, the police should have worked with them. The police has already said, ICE didn't give them time to even set up perimeter, didn't do nothing. They were just grabbing people. They didn't go, hey, we're going to this home today. No. ICE showed up, kicked the door in, grabbed whoever they want, and they was out the door. ICE see somebody walking down the street. Oh, my God, that's brown person. Let's get him. Boom. That is the reason why all hell broke loose. That's why you heard the whistles. That's why they was laying on their horns, honking and things of that sort. That is why. It had nothing to do when ICE first came here. People, listen to me. When ICE first came here, nobody said a word. When they was grabbing all of these Somalians, nobody said a word. When did it change, people? When, and be honest with yourself. When did it change? I know when it changed. It changed when Donald Trump and his administration realized they cannot deport these Somalians. And then it was, oh, well, we're going after the worst of the worst. Really? So the worst of the worst is a dude all the way out in Chanhassen on a Saturday working in 3 below degrees weather to build homes. That's the worst of the worst? And you didn't even get him. Hanging around bus stops. They were grabbing people without search warrants. They was grabbing people without any type of warrants, people. That's what they were doing. And the Minneapolis Police Department and the Bloomington Police Sheriff and Police Department and even what's that cop you guys watch all the time on TV? What is his name? Even him, your favorite cop, even he's in St. Paul. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's on YouTube. Even your favorite dude you like to watch all the time would not work with them. Why? Because ICE was not doing things by the law. Oh, you guys are always law and order. You're always about the law. Right? You're always about law enforcement, law this and law that. And then you're going to back a unit that comes in and breaks every single law. Just stepped on the Constitution like it was no big deal. That's what you're going to do? See, that's what I'm saying. You're hypocrites. You're hypocrites. And when you get called out on it, you're the first one that whine. First ones is whine. You're hypocrites. ICE screwed up, people. They did. They screwed up. Listen to me. The ICE screwed up. And you got to come to that, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. You got to come to that mindset. You got to look at this thing in a big picture. You cannot look at this thing going, I support the police no matter what. They screwed up. They screwed up. They would have went to a judge and they got search warrants and warrants to pull people and pull people over. I don't think we would have been having this problem. We wouldn't have. But that's not what happened, people. Not here in the state of Minnesota. It did not happen in Minneapolis, North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, St. Paul, West St. Paul. It didn't happen. It didn't happen that way all the way out in Chanhassen. It just did not happen. It got so bad. What y'all don't understand is because you don't see it, right? You think something different. But it got so bad that St. Paul and Minneapolis was saying if ICE grabs you and just leaves your car running in the middle of the road, and if we have to tow that vehicle to a place, we will pay. That's what they were doing. We will pay for your car sitting there. because of what ICE were doing. That's how bad it got. That's how bad it got. So now, Tom gets on TV and goes, well, we're pulling out. But we got blunt many kids. Really? Okay, then why are not the police not reporting this? Why ain't the sheriff saying anything about this? If you got all of these kids, prove it. I don't believe you. I think it's a lie. I think you guys, I think they're lying because they know they screwed up here. So prove it. Show us the kids. And what type kids are these? Because I got people coming on my page acting like it was sex trafficking. So if it's sex trafficking, then show us the people you arrested for using these kids, for putting these kids out in harm's way. If that's what it is. But if this is just you found a family who took in a little kid and that little kid is growing up here in Minnesota, and it's funny how the way Tom put it out there as if Minnesota is the only place that has all of these kids. Minnesota is the only, all of these kids they were looking for was right here in, no, listen to me, people. Because like I said, there are some people out there right now that ain't got a damn sense. So Thomas want me to believe that all of these kids that they just found were hiding here in Minnesota. All of these kids that came over the border, that the Biden administration just lost. Are you? Am I to believe? Hold on now. Am I to believe that all of those kids that's been lost from all the way down at the border now? You're telling me that there was none in Texas, there's none in Tennessee, there's none in Louisiana, there's none in Iowa, there's none. Every one of those kids that the Biden administration lost came over through from the border, and they made it to Minneapolis somehow, some way. And every one of those kids are in the state of Minnesota. I am to believe that. Not only that, but you're not going to show us anything. How do we know that some of these kids wasn't sex trafficked? How do we know that some of these kids wasn't stolen? How do we know that some of these kids, right, what still is out there and nobody still knows where they're at and we're looking for? How do we know that? We don't. But you expect us to believe that these kids are right here in Minnesota. You found all of these kids right here in Minnesota. None in Chicago, none in California, none in Wisconsin, South Dakota, North Dakota. Minneapolis. All these kids are right here in Minneapolis. And I'm supposed to believe that. Dusty Grange would believe that. John Justice would believe that. A.K. Kamara would believe that. Walter Hudson would believe that. Kendall Qualls would believe that. Mitch from the radio station, Mitch, what's his face? He would believe that. And any other Minnesota mega believe that. Pam Offendorf, Pam would believe that. But I can't believe that the only place that all of these kids were is the state of Minnesota. All of them. All of them. No other place. And DHS and whoever else, ICE, just happened to hit the jackpot here. Man, Tom Holman, we got to go to the casino. Oh, no. We got to go to Shakopee, and we got to run some horses. Because if you got that lucky to get that many kids out of one spot, dude, I need you at the horse track with me. You're my lucky rabbit's foot. If you expect me to believe that all of these kids that you've been looking for even you started, Tom Holman, you started this last year talking about these kids, but you never said they were in Minnesota. You never said they were in Minnesota. You started this last year. You said, yes, you did, Tom. You started talking about these kids last year. But not one time did you say that these kids were in Minnesota. You never said that, Tom. Then all of a sudden, when it's time for you to pull out of here and you ain't got nothing, you had to let a lot of people go. All of a sudden, all of these kids pop up. Your deranged Republicans will believe you, Tom. I ain't. There's no way in the world I believe that you found that many children here in the state of Minnesota. The very kids that you was talking about a year ago. There is no way for me to believe that. None. If I'm wrong, hold on. If I'm wrong, then show me I'm wrong. Show me the children. Show me anybody who has those kids and should have been reporting that they have those kids, and they didn't. Those people should be in trouble, correct? Because to me, the way you put it out there, Tom, is as if those kids were kidnapped. So if those kids were kidnapped, Tom, somebody needs to go to jail. Or, Tom, you need to come back on TV and you need to explain it to us as if we're in kindergarten. So therefore, Tom, your right-wing influencers and the lying right wing won't take your words, Tom, and then try to turn this into a sex trafficking situation. Because that's what they've been trying to do. At least on my page, that's what they tried to act as if, oh my God, yeah, this is these kids, they could have been sex trafficked. Really? So if that's the deal, I want to see the arrest. I would like to see the arrest. If you're saying that these are unaccompanied or unsupervised kids and these people just took them and ran off, that's kidnapping to me. I would like to see an arrest through that, Tom. See, some of us, Tom, have an open mind. Some of us decided that we're not going to sit in with the cult. Some of us go places to make sure that we get a different cycle all the time. So Tom, we want answers. Because right now, the ones that you're putting out there for your base, and that base is cuckoo for cocoa nuts. Not listening to him, Tom. So I don't believe you, Tom. I don't believe what you guys are saying. Just like I said with when they lied on Alex, he was a domestic terrorist. You know that was a lie. Knew that was a lie. But before I leave here tonight, I put a question out, and I've been trying to figure this out all night. Okay, I've been trying to figure this one out all night, all day. So this lady, she was like the builder, and she's from Minnesota. Yes, she is. She's from Minnesota. She said, so here she is, and I never even knew this was a word. And I was sitting there going, if white people are going to make up new words, at least clue us in. At least, I mean, you can at least let us know. You can at least sit there and go, all right, black folks, we got a new word for you. And it's called fart nigger. Fart nigger. So if I'm working on this here thing, and I can't get it, and I'm frustrated. Oh my, I don't believe somebody put this on here. It's so tight. Man, I cannot get this dang on thing off of here. Oh man, this is such of a fart nigger. What is that, people? See, I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, but I've just got this feeling that you don't say things just once. That when she said that wasn't the only time that she used that. So she's been somewhere where people has used fart nigger. With the hard R, the hard R. Now, I could see if she would have just been like, fart nigger. Nigga. Okay. We can probably let her get by with that. But she used the R. So, she has said this before. This isn't the only time she's ever said this. Y'all know that as well as I do. So I asked the question, when did y'all start, when did y'all pop up with a new word? When it, and y'all didn't tell nobody. I'm kind of pissed. No, I'm kind of pissed. Because you should have told us. Because we could have been ready for her when she'd have said that. But here's my second thing with her, though. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And they're going to put this here out. And she no. Look. I'm just saying, I don't think she should have lost her job. I don't. It was 2 years ago. I could see if they would have put that out the date. So she says fart nigger on a Tuesday. The video comes out on Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, everybody go crazy about what she said and how she said it. And then they let her go on Saturday. I could understand. 2 years later, the video comes out, and now come on. Get that woman her job back. I like her show. Matter of fact, Quiet as It's Kept. I actually wrote it because she's from Minnesota. I actually wrote in to her, and because I would like for we got a garage, we got a small garage, you can barely put a car in it. We don't even park our car in this garage that's attached to the house. That's how small it is. It's a storage area. But I've been wanting to, because I, watch stuff that she do. And I was like, hey, you can come here and do something with my garage. So, yeah, I emailed her and was like, come over here and hang out. I like her show. Okay, what did I do this time that y'all adding? What did I do this time that y'all adding my name to something? That's what cracked me up about Twitter. People like to, every time I turn around, my name is added with a bunch of other people. And so I sit there and go, okay, what did I do? But yes, you can't, no, get that woman back. So I'm writing HGTV, and I'm telling them to give her job back. There's no reason for this woman to have lost her job. 2 years ago, she said this, and you're gonna punt it? You're gonna take her job away from her? I'm 3 minutes over. See, I told y'all. No. 2 years ago, this woman said that, and they just put the video out. And now you're going to take her job from her? Man, get out of here. I believe in canceling. I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of those people. No, I am. I'm one of those people that be sitting there and be going, they should get canceled. Yeah, I'm one of those. Not going to lie to you. But this lady, because she said something 2 years ago, she said this. We're going to cancel her for what she said 2 years ago. Get out of here. Get out. I'm not believing it. I'm not dying for it, and I'm not going for it. 2 years ago, man. Plus, like I said, and like I always sit there and say, everybody uses it. Black folks just got a lock on it, said we don't want white folks to use it, and this is our way that if they do use it, we can pop you in the mouth. That's all it is. It's not like, what did I do with my wallet? It's not like we really, no, seriously. It's not like we really give a damn anymore about that word. That word is set up to where if white folks say that word, that gives black people the right to knock you in the head. Because we when they sit there and say, oh, it's just a term of endearment. It really? I would never tell somebody, even my worst enemy, that I'm going to pop you nigger. Nigga, if you come around, pop, you nigga, you come in my hood. Nigga, I'm a this here, what you gonna do, nigga. It ain't a term of endearment. Because we use it to tell people that we're going to kill each other. That's what we use it for. That's what we use it for. Yeah, we may say nigga. Oh, that's my nigga right there. What's all going on? That's my nigga. But when we mad and we upset and we want to let another black person know that I will kill you, I will stuff you out, I will put you 6 feet under, we use the R, nigger. So it ain't no damn term of endearment. That's not what this is about. This is about, we know white people love to say that word. And if it's said anywhere in our area, that gives me the right to go knock you in your mouth. That's all that is. That's it. That's it. Yo. That's the code. I'm giving you white folks the code right now. That's the whole thing about it. That's why we don't want you to say it. That's why black folks be like, nope, you can't say it. Because if you say it, that's going to take away the sting, which it really don't sting anymore. That's going to take away the sting of me being able to pop you in the mouth for calling me the ER and not the A. You understand? So HGTV, I'm sending them an email, and I'm going to tell them, get that poor woman her damn job back. Because she heard it somewhere. She has used it. I've never heard it on a rap album. I'm shocked that I hadn't heard it on a rap album. I'm sure somebody's going to figure out how to use fart nigger on a rap song. I'm sure it's going to happen. But that lady who said this 2 years ago, and they knew it, and HGTV sat on this. They knew it 2 years ago. And somehow it leaked out. But 2 years ago, HGTV, HGCH, whatever TV, y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop it. They sat on this, and they probably promised her it will never get out. They probably told her, you know what? We burnt that, we burn it, and don't you ever worry about it again. You can keep saying fart nigger all you want as long as you don't say it around videos or black folks. But you can say it around white folks all you want. And she was like, cool. And for 2 years, she ran around in her circle. When she got upset or pissed off at somebody, and she said, fart nigger. She said that. I'm sure she said it in those 2 years. I'm sure. But we didn't hear it. So therefore, I petition that this lady get her job back. That's what I petition tonight. That y'all write the TV show and say, Rev Christopher vouch for this lady in saying fart nigger, and she can have her job back. Because it was 2 years ago. And y'all promised her that I guarantee y'all did. I guarantee they did. They promised her that would not get out, and it did. And it's not her fault. So give her damn job back and leave that woman alone. And I'm going to stand on that with anybody. Period. Holy smoke. I got through all of that. And I'm only 10 minutes over. Because I said 8:10. And it's 8:20 now. Right? So I'm only like 10 minutes over. Check that out. Anyway, hey, look, if everything works out, I'm going to be hanging out. Yo, I know it's early in the morning. I have to get on Don again about that. Tell Don he may have to go to 11 o'clock. 9:30. I got to get up at 9:30 and go hang out with Don Allen tomorrow. So Don Allen with Black News. If you're not doing anything, I'll have it on my page. So if you're not doing anything and you want to hear some people talk about and what's going on and understand what's going on, you get the real news of what's going on in Minneapolis. You get real opinions, what's going on in Minnesota from a couple of black men. We will be on at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Because Don only does his shows on Saturdays. Don does his shows on Saturday. So I'm going to have to probably talk to him and be like, look, Don, first off, you don't pay well. He don't. Don don't pay well. And secondly, I'm getting up at 9:30. Well, I got to get up way before 9:30 because I got to unplug in order to do Don's show. I got to unplug and start my routine at 7:45 just to make his 9:30 show. So I'm up way before everybody else trying to make it down here so I can get on this thing so I can do Don's show. And Don ain't never, and another thing, Don ain't never even bought me a cheeseburger for all the times I've done his show. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Because the minute I find out where he lived, I'm gonna have a sign. And I'm going to be marching up and down. I'm going to protest. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to protest Don Allen. I'm going to protest Don Allen. I either want better wages. I either want better wages or I want a different start time. One or the other. Something's got to get... Anyway, fam, I am done. I hope each and every one of you have an awesome, awesome weekend. And listen to me, and I'm going to say this again to you, right? How quickly we mobilized to find this girl. And I thank each and every one of you who did something, put something out there, put your fingers, use your computer for something good. I thank you so much for that. But listen to me and let me make sure y'all understand what I'm saying here. This should not and it cannot be over with. It can't. No, it can't. We as a people have to keep the pressure on. They owe us an explanation to why these police officers came into this young lady's place and put her out in the cold. They owe us an explanation. I know what they're going to say. Well, it was that Somali dude. Well, we realize that. We realize the Somalians have literally screwed Minnesota like no other. Ain't nobody. Name me another group of people. No, please. Name me another group of people that has put us in the situation that we're in, where they're literally cutting off funding, cutting off, and the people down here are the people that are hurting because of it. Name me another group of people. You can't, because nobody else has ever done this. Somebody has to answer to us, because she is one of us. She's one of ours. And if the government, hold on, watch this. And if the government can't do right to take care of her, then we have to take care of her. And we have to look out for her, because the government is not doing their job. They didn't do their job. They booted this young lady out in her car. Do y'all understand how for a woman to be out there by herself, living in tents, y'all have no clue how dangerous that is. And on top of that, she has a mental illness also. I'm shocked that she lasted as long as she did out on the streets. I am shocked. I am. Knowing what I know about the streets and the way people treat each other on the streets, they shoot each other in a homeless camp over needles. So for her to last out there, and again, the people who did the investigation on her, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all let that woman stay out there that long. At least if I would have known about it, I would have put money together and we would have put her. We'd have put her up in a hotel somewhere. She would have stayed into a hotel until we found a place for this girl to go. She wouldn't have been out in the cold. She wouldn't have been sleeping in tents, and she definitely wouldn't have been in her damn car. So listen to me, especially if you hang out with me, we're not letting this go. I'm not letting this go. Now, I sent this to Lisa Damuth, a woman who wants to be the governor of this state. And in a couple of days, I'm going to check back with her and go, Lisa, did you watch this video? Then I'm going to say, Lisa, What are you going to do about this? I want an answer. Somebody's going to give us an answer. And if they don't, then we're going to come down. We're going to come down on them like hell and a brimstone. I'm not letting this go, people. I refuse to let this go. Because you cannot make me understand how that girl was treated the way she was treated. You're not going to make me understand it. Whether she was treated that way by the DSS, whether she was treated that way by the police, whether she was treated that way by the judge, the landlord, or whomever owned that building. That's another thing I should have asked AJ. Who owns that building? Because whomever owned that building shouldn't have let that girl walk out that door. Y'all, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying here. And I hope you understand. Look. If you ain't never protest, if you ain't never fought for injustice, I can understand that you don't get what I'm saying. I understand. But if you fought for injustice, if you protested a little bit, if you fought for what is wrong, then you understand what I'm saying. Period, point blank. Anyway, I'm going to get off this thing. Y'all have a good weekend. I appreciate each and every one of you for everything that you do. Trust me when I say that. I do. But y'all have a good night. Again, anytime God has done something for you, and he does it every single day. Every single day. You just don't realize it. But knowing that, you should always have a smile on your face. And you know what we do with those smiles? We take them out and we smile at somebody. So somebody smile back at us. Again, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, Black News with Don Allen. I'll be over there hanging out. Hope to see you. Y'all have a good night. Peace.